Hello everybody, BrioS here. Today we are looking at one of the best mechs in the game. And this guy here is popular on the battlefield, so you guys probably recognize it. And of course, this is the 55-ton inner sphere battle mech, the Wolverine. This variant you see here with missile racks on both side torsos is the Wolverine 7K, the only variant able to have missile racks on both side torsos. And that's the reason why I chose this build for you guys today. In fact, the Wolverine hero, the Quarantine, is one of my favorite mechs, mounting an MRM50 and lots of mobility. But some people were asking for a version that has two MRM30s and is not on the Quarantine, because the Quarantine is only available for MC, and MC is pretty darn precious, so they wanted a C build only variant. So I decided to take out this variant for you guys, because with MRMs on both side torsos, you have enough space for an XL engine. So let's get down to the build. So as I said, two MRM30s, one per side torso with 6 tons of ammunition, 4 jump jets for good mobility, an XL285 engine gives it a speed of 87.7 with speed tweak, which is really darn good, and 1 additional heat sink for a total of 11 double heat sinks. So compared to my Quarantine, this has 2 MRM30s, so more firepower. This particular variant, the 7K, actually has a range plus 10% and a missile cooldown quirk of 15%, so it's greater DPS. The 60 missiles is quite a lot compared to the 50 on my Quarantine, and it fires faster too, but that results in a lot more heat, so gotta manage the heat carefully. And because of the Quarantine's armor quirks on the right torso, the Quarantine is way tankier than this, so this is a lot more fragile. In fact, I still prefer my Quarantine, to be very honest, but this build can also do well, and it's available for C builds. So some people prefer more firepower at the expense of survivability and speed, so this build might be for you. So anyway, let's get down to the skills for this particular Wolverine with MRMs. So 42 SPs into firepower, focusing on all the missile node skills like 2 nodes of missile rack for increased ammunition, 2 nodes of missile spread because MRM spread quite a lot, for the 5% spread really helps a bit, and 1 high explosive node just for linking. And because this is a really hot build, because of the cooldown quirk of 15%, it has a heat reduction of 10.5%. MRMs also take a while to get there, so they fire pretty slow, so a velocity increase of 15% helps quite a bit. And with the increased range of 10% from the quirk, you can actually shoot people 654 meters away with this build, so the velocity quirk really helps. Range of 9% also makes that range a lot further. Mobility, 68 SPs for the 3 speed tweaks, as I mentioned. With speed tweak it goes to 87.7, and XL diesel 10.5, 14%, and a turn rate of 24, making this a very agile mech. 3 jump jets for the 2 nodes of heat shielding, that reduces the heat by 12%, and that's when you jump, which is really useful, because this is the best way to play a Wolverine is by jumping around and shooting people, because it has good mobility and agility. Operations, 20 SPs for the 5 nodes of cool run and 5 nodes of heat containment to increase heat dissipation by 10% and increase the heat capacity by 15%. All this normal for high heat builds. And 10 SPs into auxiliary gives you 2 strikes and 2 cool shots, with the cool shot cooldown to allow you to fire, yeah, that's what I meant to say, the second cool shot 25% faster. So that's it. Pretty simple MRM60 build, the Wolverine 7K, very agile, but without the armor quirks or the Quarantine, it's also pretty fragile, so you gotta be careful about that. The high mounts of the MRMs combined with the jump jets and the cooldown quirk of 15% allows this to fire the MRMs pretty fast. In fact, with the skills, it's about 21% cooldown, which I neglected to mention. So anyway, let's get down to some combat, and I'll show you that this build, even though I prefer my Quarantine, some of you might like to try an MRM60 build on the Wolverine 7K. So let's get down to the showcase matches. Let's go. Here we are on Tomaland Desert for the very first showcase match, and in this particular match I'm dropping in a 4-man group together with Scott BRxV, Tropical Thunder and Adrian Burton. As I mentioned about this build in the previous section, with the 4 jump jets on the Wolverine 7K, in this map you're able to take the high ground, the spires, and with the 10% range quirk combined with the 9% skill bonus for the range, you can actually fire these MRMs up to a range of about 654 meters, yeah, that's it, and rain death on the enemy, which is useful to sandpaper armor off the enemy as they close in, and close in they will. In fact, let's get down to the combat right now.
Target spotted.
Yep, they usually come by Fox 5.
At 25%.
Adrian is there.
Target spotted.
There they are.
Make that a lance and 5.
Yep, mech at 2B.
They got markers.
Yep. Sorry. Blocking you.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Fuel at 25%. Artillery strike activated.
Heat wave.
Target
New target
spotted.
They
acquired.
drop smoke right on you, Annie.
They're pushing Echo 6 hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Echo 6 guys.
New target
Delta.
acquired.
Target spotted.
Support the Annihilator. Excuse me, Spider. Why are you there, Spider?
Same as Dark Raven.
Spider, don't stand behind the Annihilator.
Destroyed.
I'm beside.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
You know, when you stand behind people, you block people. But I guess he doesn't care.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Working on Juliet. Roller Bill. Who keeps shooting me?
Right arm destroyed.
Target spotted.
Oh, this guy here.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Oh wow, I totally missed that shot. UAVs are up by the way. Echo 5.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
New target
I have range, so I can do this. Oh, I'm gonna sandpaper him.
target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
If you have Lerms, Delta,
Kilo's
please.
pushing. Kilo is pushing.
Kilo Roger. But I'm working on Delta.
Critical.
Watch Echo 6 guys, rear.
New target acquired.
Wow.
Data system.
Destroyed.
Sit the fuck down, okay?
New target acquired.
Foxtrot.
Override engage.
Oops.
Target spotted.
New target heat level critical.
Run away. Run away.
Target spotted.
New target
Can we regroup
acquired.
on the assault at Echo 5? Choki, reverse, we're coming to you. They're all just YOLOing straight into the enemy.
New target acquired.
Golf, Choki on your left, Golf.
Warning. Missile.
Oh, I missed that shot.
Warning.
Damn
Missile.
Lerms.
Phoenix Hawk.
Can you sit down, please?
Target spotted.
Destroyed. New target.
Alright, regroup Echo 6, push towards Fox 6. Hunchies a stick, Foxtrot. Can more or less ignore it.
Target
But I
spotted.
know you guys will kill it.
Target destroyed.
Learn boats are Fox 4 side.
New
Target
target
spotted.
acquired.
Kid Fox down. Got a crab, right torso.
Target spotted.
Echo 5. All to Echo 5, especially those in Delta 6, please.
New target acquired.
Delta, Madcat, right arm.
Right arm and torso.
At 25%.
Focus on the Madcat.
Acquired.
I can't take no more, guys.
Affirmative.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%. Target acquired.
The Dark Raven is
Oh,
still somewhere.
damn it. Need jump juice. Oh, he's a stick. Oh, I'm stuck in terrain. Yeah.
Right torso.
Bloody Raven.
Go, BrioS, don't die.
Target spotted.
Oh,
New target acquired.
Let's go. Fuck.
oh well. I can't fight everything.
Sure.
Where did the assaults in Delta 6? Oh, there you guys are. So as you could see, I put myself in a bad position way up front, but I was able to do lots of damage. Right now the match is 10-9, we have the advantage. This Stalker is pretty caught, but it has 4 ER large lasers, and there are 2 other mechs with him, so that's a good thing. I think they're all assaults actually, versus Paradox in his little Narc Raven, and that crab around the corner. So this other stalker, the Stalker 5M, is going to carry us. It's MRM100 build. So 3 fresh assaults versus 2 mechs should be easy. Here comes the crab. It's caught, you can see smoking. CT is open versus a MRM100 stalker at short range. This crab is screwed. So main menu, congratulations on killing Grim Bastard. It is tanky crab. And right now the last guy is Paradox, right leg caught in his Narc Raven. And this will take a while because it's 3 assaults hunting a fast moving experienced light player. So I'm just going to fast forward this section as I talk about this particular build. So as I was saying, this Wolverine 7K build is pretty fragile, especially in my hands, because not only does it have an LFE engine, it also has very little armor or structure quirks. In fact, I think it only has a few structure quirks here and there, and that makes it a very fragile, like a glass cannon as you may call it. And with my playstyle, I play a very aggressive playstyle. I tend to be in front most of the time. I do love to brawl and stay in close with the enemy. That's also a death wish. So for you guys out there who play a more cautious playstyle, you probably could do better in this build. But the main advantage of this build, which is what I like about this, is not only is it a C build only mech, it's also a very high DPS mech. With 2 MRM30s with 6 tons of ammunition, you have quite a lot of ammunition and burst firepower from those 60 missiles, but you also have that wonderful cooldown bonus with the quirk and skills. You have about a reduction of about 22% for cooldown, firing those 60 missiles a lot faster. And with the range quirk of 10%, you can engage at longer ranges, which, well, it helps other people. Not really me, because I tend to come in close, like I said, but it helps for people who prefer longer ranges. Just take note that the missiles will spread over the enemy, as MRMs tend to do that. But right now, these 3 assaults are closing in on Paradox. This Stalker is fresh, this Supernova is caught and licked, and this other Stalker is caught up, but Paradox goes down. So lots of damage output, 1083 damage, 2 solo kills, 3 KMDDs, gives me a nice match score, 676 due to all that brawling. So here we are for the second showcase match, and it's a match on Frozen City, a map that suits this build pretty nicely because the cold snow allows it to cool down faster, and all the little buildings allows me to take cover, pop tart and fire those MRM60s right into the enemy. And in this particular match, it was streamed live on Twitch, so there might be a bit of weird background conversations, but I'll leave it there for you guys to hear, and that's part of the fun of Twitch. But also in terms of tactics, this team is trying something different, pushing the assaults through the middle as the rest of the team covers them from the flank. So here we are making contact with the enemy. It's Conquest, so let's fight and smash some mechs. Remember, high ground good.
New target acquired. Artillery strike activated.
Excuse me, Dragon.
Target spotted.
It's a good position for you. Oh, I hit the Corsair.
Target acquired.
Looks as though now we are pushing up. Fine.
Target acquired.
Yep, I hope so too.
Online.
Take the high ground. The assaults are going low ground.
Watch that light that's gonna come in our
Annihilator, let's go. Follow the victor. Then we can blame farming for this.
You blame me for everything.
Yeah, I do.
That's what I love about you.
Target spotted.
New
I'm
target
blame free.
acquired.
I blame freely.
Target spotted.
New target.
Oh, I missed. Echo 5, there's an assault at the bridge.
Acquired.
Target spotted.
Artillery
Interesting, they're NASCARing up. They are NASCARing.
New target
Delta
acquired.
6, Golf.
Collapse
support.
there on Theta.
Help, Golf, Delta.
Warning.
Open the open map pad.
Why am I taking so long to aim?
Target spotted.
Just blow off your torso.
Warning incoming. Warning
Target
incoming.
spotted. Distance.
Target destroyed.
Now who's shooting me?
Acquired. Warning incoming missile.
Oh, alarm boat far away.
Spotted.
Activate.
Echo 4,
New target acquired.
Hotel.
Target spotted.
Working on Charlie.
Target spotted. Affirmative.
All push including the assaults. Delta 4, please don't block whoever this is. Good thing is I have range.
That's all.
Watch
target
Bravo is flanking.
Target spotted.
Acquired.
See, it's still in a bad position. Hotel right leg.
New target.
Play carefully.
acquired.
Disadvantage here. Viper left torso, Bravo.
New target acquired.
Push up, get hotel left leg. Hotel. Oh, a strike. Shit. King trap, Charlie, CT.
Aggressive.
Push up together. Aggression now. Charlie. I lost my arm.
New
I lost my
target
arm
acquired.
in San Francisco.
New target acquired.
Oh, shit.
Target
New
spotted.
target acquired.
Gotta override.
Engage.
No.
Incoming missile.
Don't shoot me.
Critical.
Cicada is one shot. Juliet.
New target acquired.
Gotta cool down.
Need assistance.
Guys,
Target destroyed.
Oh, turn around.
Like this.
New
What's
target
happening in this game?
acquired.
Call targets,
Target
guys.
spotted.
I missed.
New target acquired. Warning incoming missile.
Yeah. Let's run straight into the lights and die.
Target spotted.
All these strikes, my goodness.
They're almost there. Stop them at all costs.
New target. At 25%. Center torso.
Oh, why am I jumping so high? Hello.
Fuel at 25%.
Suddenly I'm here. I'm gonna go down.
Critical. New target acquired.
Oh, ready hot. No.
Right torso.
Don't crisp me. No. I shouldn't have fired the second shot. 1001 damage. But 3 kills. And a loss. So this is a bad strat.
25%.
Yep.
Warning incoming missile.
Yep.
Fuel at 0%.
Don't do this.
Damage.
Yeah, this is why this strat doesn't work.
Right arm destroyed.
Moral of the story, guys.
Ammo destroyed.
Take 7 lines, stay high, especially the assaults. Yeah, you want to do all the ATM bolts, right? And all the lights. Lethal combination. See, the lights are just slicing everybody to death. And the ATM bolt just smashing. See? ATM 9 times 4. And there's the ATM Beagle. ATM Huntsman. All the ATM bolts. And we're just walking straight into the firing line. So, just not good enough despite the 1117 damage, 3 kills, 3 KMDD, 684 max score. Just not good enough.